15 animals that scientists want to bring back from extinction. Over the millennia, animals have gone extinct on the earth for many different reasons. Sometimes it's because of a dramatic shift in the climate. Other times, it was because of human intervention. Advances in science, specifically biotechnology, could enable scientists to bring some of these animals back from extinction. And there are a few already on the list. Generally, it helps if there's a species still alive today that is genetically similar to the extinct animal, like elephants for woolly mammoths or cows for aurochs. There are also certain criteria to consider, as bringing an animal back from the grave has a lot of biological and ecological implications. Scientists must be able to show that the species is desirable, such as having an important ecological function or being beloved by humans. And they also must consider practical matters, such as whether we have access to tissues that could give us a good quality DNA samples. Most importantly, though, the animals must also be able to be reintroduced into the wild in the first place. So sufficient habitats, food, and limited contact with humans are pretty important. Unfortunately, dinosaurs score badly on all of these points, so there probably isn't ever going to be a real Jurassic Park. However, plenty of animals are still on the table. Here are the list of candidate species for de-extinction from the Long Now Foundation, which was founded by biologist and writer Stewart Brand. If you like my videos, don't forget to click like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell for more videos. Number 1. Caspian tigers. During the prime, Caspian tigers could be found in Turkey and through much of Central Asia, including Iran and Iraq, and in northern western China as well. But they went extinct in 1960s. Some scientists want to bring them back by reintroducing the nearly identical Siberian tiger to its old habitats, where they expect it to adapt. Number 2. Aurochs. The aurochs is an ancestor of domestic cattle that live throughout Europe, Asia, and North Africa. Scientists want to bring them back through selective breeding of cattle species that carry some aurochs DNA. To this end, European teams have been selectively breeding cattle since 2009. Number 3. The Carolina parakeet. The Carolina parakeet was a small green parrot with a bright yellow head and orange face that was native to the eastern United States. The last wild one died in 1904 in Florida, but the genes that made them still linger in close relatives in Mexico and the Caribbean. At number 4, the dodo. The dodo is perhaps the most famous extinct animal. It evolved without any natural predators, but the humans that arrived on their home island, Mauritius, took advantage of this and killed them all for food. In 2007, scientists found the best preserved dodo skeleton, which makes hold valuable DNA samples. Number 5. Woolly mammoth. Woolly mammoth carcass has been frozen and preserved, which has allowed scientists to access well-preserved DNA. The last isolated population of woolly mammoths lived on Wrangel Island in the Arctic Ocean until 4,000 years ago. But scientists contest whether we were to blame for their extinction. Number 6. Woolly rhinoceros. So scientists want to reintroduce them to make up for it. Number 7. Heath hen. The heath hen lived in coastal North America up until 1932. They made for delicious dinners and were likely the foundation of the Pilgrims' first Thanksgiving. We practically ate them all, which makes them another candidate for the extinction. Number 8. The ivory-billed woodpecker. The ivory-billed woodpecker live in virgin forests of southeastern United States, but there hasn't been a confirmed sighting of the bird since 1940s. The Cornell Lab of Ornithology even offered a $50,000 reward for someone who could lead the researchers to a living specimen. Number 9. The moa. The moa were a giant flightless bird from New Zealand that reached 12 feet tall and weighed more than 500 pounds. They died out because of overhunting by the Maori by 1400, and their closest relatives have been found to be flattened South American tinnitus, which could hold some of their genes. Number 10. The quagga. This extinct species of plain zebra, the quagga, once lived in South Africa. The last wild one was shot in 1870, and the last in captivity died in 1883. The Quagga Project, started in 1987, is an attempt to bring them back from extinction. Number 11. The Tasmanian tiger. The thylacine or Tasmanian tiger is the only marsupial to make the list. It's also probably not like any other marsupial you can name. Although it once lived on mainland Australia and New Guinea, it eventually was limited to Tasmania until the 1930s when it died out. Tasmanian devils may carry some of its DNA. Number 12. The huia. The huia was a large species of New Zealand wattle bird. It went extinct in 20th century because of hunting to make specimens for museums and private collectors. The female had long, curved beak, while the male's was shorter. Very little is known about their actual biology, so bringing them back would be fascinating. At number 13. The great auk. The great auk went extinct in the mid-19th century. They live in the North Atlantic from the northern Spain through Canada. They died off because of a combination of climate changes during the Little Ice Age that brought back predatory polar bears into their territories and human hunting. So again, partially our fault. Number 14. Irish elk. Irish elks were one of the largest deer ever walked the earth. The most recent remains of the species have been carbon dated to about 7,700 years ago in Siberia. Red deer or fallow deer may have some similar genes. Last but not the least, number 15. The Steller's sea cow. The Steller sea cow is related to the manatee and dugong, the two remaining species of the sea cow. They were once abundant in the North Pacific, but within 27 years were hunted to extinction. Dugongs might still be carrying some of its DNA, which could be how scientists bring them back. And that is the 15 animals that scientists want to bring back from extinction. Which animals you wish were back from extinction? Please comment your answer down below. And thank you for watching. Don't forget to click like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell for future videos. See you on the next one.